I don't want to keep uploading Hellbringer videos again and again, but it's just such a solid performing mech, and the kills I get in this match are just so satisfying. I had to upload this one. So it's the same setup it always is. With the Hellbringer, it's what they call an Omni mech, which means you can swap out the arms and side torsos and head and legs even. So you can actually get different hard points. So I could set this up as like a ballistic mech or something else, but I really, really enjoy this particular setup with it. So I pretty much always stick with this. Maybe I should try something else, and I might eventually. I just haven't found anything else that looks as promising with this particular mech. So anyway, here I am just sort of catching up to the team because I had the far spawn point, and I've got decent speed, not super fast, but it's enough that I'll eventually get, toward the front of the team. And our team is actually counter NASCARing. They're, I think, really just following the lights, which ordinarily is a terrible idea, by the way. You don't really want to follow your lights because they probably need to be off doing their own thing. But in this case, it's kind of nice. It works out. You can see John is starting to tell the team, go left, and realizes that he doesn't really need to because we're already going left. We're just following the lights. I tried to shoot someone, he was just completely out of range. And so since I'm up here in front, I have to be kind of cautious, but I see some early targets, and I sort of get this one. I was wiggling my cursor a little bit too much, so I didn't really hold my fire on them. And I really should have gone around the other side there. I keep blocking my teammate. But, as I said, I was, in the vanguard, and I don't necessarily want to be in the vanguard, so that's why I backed up and wanted to rejoin my team. And I'm pretty sure, yeah. So here's where I decide to, go ahead and join them in the front because we've got some pretty serious firepower up there. The Blood Asp on my left, and then that linebacker, the Annihilator. I know that if we make this push, we're going to do extremely well. So I move up to help out this Highlander. I start to go for the Raven, but I switch to that Blood Asp because he's a big target. He's got a lot of firepower, so I really need to get him out of the way. And I get a really good burn on this Raven that almost kills it, and then John's artillery finishes it off. So that frees us up to just go ahead and go down the ramp. I'm checking for targets before I turn my back on anything. So then I go follow the team here. Again, we've got a linebacker down there who's basically asking for people to follow him. Whenever John asks for help, that's usually what he's doing, saying, hey, follow me. And so we've got, I was the last one here, so everyone else had already fired their weapons, so mine were still ready to go, and so I just got to core that cicada right in the back as he tried to run through us. That was fantastic. Anytime you can shoot someone and get that sweet, sweet back armor, it's a good kill. Just reducing them to molten slag because they were stupid enough to turn their back. And so I got a little too bold because I was so happy with that kill, and I, wanted to keep moving up with, with the team, although most of the team wasn't really moving up with me. So I was just kind of following this one guy, and the problem with my position here is that I have, again, limited torso pitch, and so I'm going to have a hard time shooting people up top. But again, I really burn that Nova in the back. It doesn't quite kill him, but he's pretty close. And so realizing my limited, arc of fire, I decide to move to higher ground. And I start to fire on that stalker, but then I'm like, oh hey, it's that Nova. And I don't really get the shot I want. I, chop off his side, but then I get greedy and I try to get, the rest of that front armor melted off so I can get the kill, but I just kind of collide with the terrain and slide down and lose my shot. And now suddenly I'm staring at a Cyclops that's pelting me with rotary autocannons. And I've got a King Crab who has no idea I'm even there, and he's blocking my way. I mean, he's pounding on someone to my left. And I didn't know it, but I've also got an Annihilator right behind me. He should start firing over my head here in a second. But I'm trying to do my usual, peeking routine. Fire, duck under cover, fire again. And I really want to stay here and support this King Crab because that's, a very large mech and I don't want to lose that team member. That's a lot of tonnage to, have going off by himself and dying as a result. But, I mean, he's got better support than me now, it's me, a King Crab, and an Annihilator. The Annihilator is also a 100-tonner. And so I try to keep working on that Cyclops, but I shut down right in front of someone's artillery, so I start trying to back up. And that Cyclops is so close to dead, so I just decided to go chase after it. Cyclopses are generally fairly slow. And I know that these 200-ton mechs next to me are not going to be able to catch up to them. We've got such a convincing lead at this point that, I know that we're going to win the match. So it's just a matter of, chasing down whoever's left and getting your kills. So I almost get this guy and get my teammate in the process. Then my teammate runs around and nails him in the back. So all that's left is, hey, my friend from earlier, the Cyclops, who's now got his back turned toward me. More of that sweet, sweet back armor. So, just wasn't a fantastic match in terms of performance. And it'll pop up here in a moment. Show I did, 600 damage. I did pretty good though. I lopped off 8 components, so I was very happy about that part. No one really had super high damage scores on either team. I just wanted to upload this just because those 2 kills I did get were just so good.